listen when I tell you how I put time in it. Please forgive me, God did.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to Sun and Pop's Culture, episode 29.
Yeah, what's good, everyone? I could have sworn it was what's good, everybody, but we're just going to keep it moving. Wait, no.
I did say everyone.
Yes, you did.
Wow.
Wow.
That's the first time ever.
Man, all proper up in here.
First time. What's good, everybody?
Yeah, what's good, everybody? Yeah. Well, you go ahead and say it.
Yeah, what's good, everybody?
Whew.
Episode 29.
Man. Yeah. Go ahead. Your son.
I'm Sun, yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
I didn't realize I said everyone.
Yeah, I went. Didn't you see my face? I was like, what did you just say?
I saw your face. I was like, why is he looking at me like that?
Yeah, I look forward to the what's good, everybody. I'm like, it's today the day. Is it going to be a perfect one, or is it going to be a 3 takes?
Well, besides, I mean, it was first take.
It was pretty good.
I didn't say it right.
Yeah. Yeah, but and hey, I'm Pops, and we're Sun and Pop's Culture.
Mm-hmm.
So
what do we talk about?
We're here to bring you our views on movies, music, video games, life, pop culture. And I guess we'll start where we always start.
With this week's drink.
This week's drink started out as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink, and now at 23, we just drink.
We just drink whatever.
Whatever, yeah. So what's this week's drink, son?
This week's drink, since at the time of recording this, it's a weekday.
Yes, it is.
We got work
tired.
the next day. I'm drinking chamomile tea.
You know it's going to put you to sleep, right?
I'll be fine.
No, that's what that's for.
I know
okay.
It's for that. I know it's for that, but I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's why I said no, because I thought you were making green tea or like a black tea.
I knew not to do that.
Okay, all right, because I was like, no, I'm good, because I got to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Me and caffeine are old friends. Yeah, so you're drinking a little bit of chamomile. Did you put some cream in there?
No, I did not.
No, have you ever?
Mm-mm.
Ever? You never put cream in your tea? Milk?
I put cream in. It depends on the tea.
Yeah. Like
Chai
an Earl
tea.
Grey. Well, yeah, chai tea. Chai tea comes with,
I don't make it with water.
Yeah. Chai water.
Chamomile, that would be good.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I like my black teas, my Earl Greys. I like those with cream. Yeah, there's a way to do it. I like to put the cream in the cup, then add the hot water, then add the tea. Yeah, I don't like to do make the tea, then add the cream.
Yeah. See, if I made it with a teapot, I would do that.
We have a teapot.
I know.
Hey, it takes so long for the water to get hot in that thing.
Really?
I'll forget that I was making tea. And then it starts whistling. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're like,
oh, shit. Yeah, I'm making
it's loud.
And it's so loud.
Yeah. See, at the thrift store, there was a nice little teapot.
I could see you with the teapot.
It looked like an Asian one. Like the handle was like bamboo.
Oh, that's all you.
And I was like,
I'm
gonna come back for that.
I could see you in some I don't know, some short robe making tea with your bamboo handle in the mornings. You should get a French press too. I think you could fuck with a French press for your coffee.
See,
no,
I would do it. It's just I don't like stuff that takes time or extra steps.
No, it's actually I feel like a French press is actually easier. You add hot water to the coffee and just walk away. Come back.
Wait, so you just get the coffee? You just get the water hot?
Yeah, and then the coffee is rough ground. It's not like how you get it from Folgers. It's more of a rough ground coffee.
Okay.
And you put it in the thing, in your French press. Then you add the hot water. And then you walk away and you come back a couple minutes and you slowly push the thing down and that strains the coffee. And it's usually like perfect drinking temperature right then. That's the only problem with a French press, because I've had people with their French press and they make it and I drink it and it's like tip it, and I'm like, I like my coffee hot, or I like it cold. I don't like in the middle. So, but I think we have one.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Maybe we'll give it a try.
Yeah.
You know how hot our water is coming out the faucet? It's like scalding.
No, you wait 15 seconds.
I don't understand it. I tell people, they think I'm joking. They're like, "Oh my gosh, it's hot." I'm like, "Yeah,
no, it's hot." I feel bad when people that don't know and just
yeah, or they'll come down from the bathroom like, "That water's hot." I'm like, "Yeah."
I'm like,
and
that's why I always anybody's bathroom. I always
test it first. Yeah,
first.
I mean, smart kid.
That, but it gets hot.
Yeah, no people. You
Like,
don't
you'll see
understand.
it steam. If you
Yeah.
have you ever let it run?
Oh yeah, it starts to steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like people, you don't know. Like 5 years ago, we replaced our water heater with another water heater.
It was-
First of all, it wasn't like
It was a,
point of entry. No, it was when I was starting my apprenticeship. So it actually wasn't even 5 years ago.
it
It
was
was like,
longer than that.
Julius, it happened the first week of my apprenticeship because your Uncle William had to come do it because I was
remember
working,
that, and
I was working midnight and going to my apprenticeship
Yeah.
in the morning. So it was
I swear I was.
Julius,
in high
I'm
school.
literally telling you.
Okay.
Like I remember the whole week, like because he came and he did it, and I felt horrible because I was here sleeping 3 hours because I was only getting like 3 hours of sleep that whole week. But anyways, we replaced it with a normal water heater, or so we thought. Like it was bigger, but it was just a water heater, and the water is like magma. It's so hot. It's like, and it's on the lowest setting. I've checked that thing so many times. It's like, I gotta be crazy. Something must not be right. And I'll go look. I'm like, nope, that's the lowest setting. I'm like, because the highest setting actually says very hot. That's what's funny. And I'm like, yeah, we're
Muy
not.
caliente.
That's what's funny, man. If I put that thing on very hot, it might just melt. Like
It melts. It starts melting the
it smells
container.
so- I'm like, yeah, that's hot. I had to change the faucet on it on Sunday. And I had to get a hose out of the shed. Like there's a hose that's hooked up to the house, and I have a spare one. And it's a cheap hose. It's that one, right? And it's like hard rubber. And so it was frozen, bud. Like it was all like, I brought it in and it was like a knot. And your mom like looked at me. I'm like, it has to warm up a little bit because it's like I can't even straighten it out. It was like so cold. By the time I drained that hot water tank, it was like mush. Like it wasn't like mush, but like I could just like, I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like how hot that water is. So yeah, people. We have very hot water at our house. If you ever in the bind,
If you ever run out of hot water,
well, come to our house. It'll probably be hot for the whole ride
it
home.
doesn't. That's one thing. Yeah, we don't run out of hot water.
Yeah, that's the nice thing. Like when we got it, it became like you could be showering upstairs and we could be showering downstairs, and there's still hot water for everybody, which is like unheard of. So.
Because I remember like with the old one, especially with Deja.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
My favorite was your sister. Your sister being there singing, and she wouldn't even be in the shower yet. Like it'd be running, and you hear her in there. Like there's no way she's actually in the shower. Like there's just too much noise coming from the bathroom. Yeah.
You never had to deal with going in after her, or even if you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because it's a mess.
Well, remember when
water's all over the floor. It's super hot. I'm like, she still gets mad. I'll be like, open the window.
Yeah, like let some of that air out. Let some of that steam out.
She always yells at me. I'm like, open the window as you're showering or when you're done.
Yeah. Remember we had that plant in there and it was like gigantic from all the steam. Like it was like a perfect. It was like the perfect environment. Yeah. Your mom hung that plant up there on a humbug and I think just grew. I was like, wow, this is ideal. But remember when we went on vacation? And we got stuck in that tiny room. Yeah. Your mother and your sister destroyed that bathroom every day.
Yeah.
Like I go to get a shower and be like, "What the hell?"
It was mainly
like
that's what it's like living with Deja.
That was so crazy.
I'm
like, there's water everywhere, wet towels everywhere. Yeah. I'm like, they're leaving me and you with like hand towels. We're like, yo, we have to shower. Like, what are you doing? You used every towel in the room.
Yeah.
That was comedy. Your mom booked like the smallest rooms. Like I thought, we were like, nah. Yeah.
And then you see what they booked. It's like.
Yeah. We were like,
well, I was just like, that's not what that means.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you totally misread that. Yeah. Like, yeah. It's awesome.
Because I remember, she was like, yeah, we have a suite.
Yeah.
We have a kitchen. Like,
yeah.
She thought it was a suite.
And she thought our rooms were adjoined because it said, I forget what she thought it said, but it wasn't adjoined.
And it was not a suite.
No, it wasn't. It was literally like, okay, people, this is me and my wife and my basically adult children, and we were in like a room with 2 beds. Like, and it was just like madness, but it was a good time. That's what's funny. Like, we like basically went out and did stuff all day and came back to the room to like sleep.
That room was the size of a single room.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy small. And we watched the Olympics. Remember watching the Olympic trials? We'd come back.
Oh, yeah, that was.
We'd be like, oh, let's watch that. So, I guess we should get down to it, though. Let's get down to business. Where you want to start?
Let's start with the talk of the town.
What is that, Wakanda?
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever.
Came out last week.
Killing it. Oh, I don't even know where to start, bud. I don't even know. You should start, and then I'll just come in like rude, because I don't even know. We waited a long time for this movie.
Yeah, 4.5 years.
You know, a lot of obstacles to see it. You know what I mean? I mean, the loss of Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
That that's just tragic, and it changed the whole direction that the movie was going to go in.
Whoa! Did you know they had the script done before
Wow.
his passing?
Wow, really? So they had to rewrite everything.
Yeah, the original plot was Black Panther dealing with the time he missed while he was,
Yeah, because he
snapped.
was snapped. Yeah, 5 years.
And it was still with the Namor. The Namor stuff, he was still in
yeah.
it. But yeah, that was like the main theme of him, like
Yeah.
coming to. It was like, I think Coogler said like he was mourning time, the time he lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, the script was done before he passed.
Wow. Well, so they had to what? Read it. Did you know that Shuri, what's her name? Letitia, right? No.
Yeah.
Did you know
Something
she
right.
she got hurt making the movie?
I did.
She
hear
broke her
that.
shoulder.
Yeah, they it delayed.
Yeah, like there were several things. Did you hear about Coogler getting arrested at the bank?
Yeah, that was that was last spring.
That's crazy.
You didn't know? Yeah.
No, I just found out about that. He went in the bank. Yeah, what is it? Bank of America.
It was somewhere in Georgia.
Yeah, it was in Atlanta, Bank of America, and he asked him for $12,000.
He like wrote it on paper.
Yeah, and asked him to be discreet.
Yeah.
And like they arrested him.
Yeah.
And he was like,
I remember.
He's
that.
like, you're going to really regret this. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, because he was like, it draws a lot of attention when I withdraw that much money. And I was like, I get what he was trying to do, and they totally just like made some assumptions.
And he was like they did make assumptions.
Mm-hmm.
He was wearing like, because it was COVID, he was wearing a mask and sunglasses and
it was
hat.
just a lot.
So
yeah. So they were like, we just thought he was robbing us. He was like, I gave you my ID. And
I gave you my
yeah, like I mean, any other situation, I get it, except the part where like you knew who I was. So
yeah. But anyway,
so
the teacher, right? Also, I think delayed. I think
there
it
was
was
some
her
COVID
because she
stuff.
didn't want the vaccine.
Yeah, she was an anti-vaxxer. Yeah.
So with all that stuff happening,
Yeah.
and the movie was due this November, like, so past tense, I remember being like, this movie's in November.
Yeah.
All this production delays. Like,
Yeah.
What is how they?
I mean, we didn't get a trailer.
Nervous.
We didn't get a trailer until what? September or something crazy?
August at the earliest.
It was E23. So what was that?
That was
or D23. What was that?
Was that August?
August? It was September.
Yeah, September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, people.
But
But
at least my friends, we said as soon as we saw that trailer, we were like, okay, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. Yeah,
That trailer,
it was immediate.
Yeah,
it was like, oh,
as soon as
yeah.
you
I
heard
sent
that
it to
Bob
like
Marley.
20 people. Like boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. I was like, you have to see this trailer.
Yeah, great trailer.
So yeah, spoilers, people. I guess from here on in. But
I guess
yeah,
spoilers.
Yeah. So I mean, I think the that trailer set the tone for like kind of what the movie was about. I mean, it was loss and mourning, and look, okay. The I told you about the opening. I mean, you saw it.
Yeah.
And I saw it with your mother, and when it opened, with the funeral, and then like the title, what is that title sequence?
Opening.
Yeah, opening title that Marvel always does, but
Yeah.
this time it was silent, and it was just,
It was all him.
It was all Chadwick,
And it was purple.
and it was purple. And when I tell you that the theater was my viewing, the theater was completely silent, like from the time it started to like that whole sequence. And me and your mom were straight broke down palace. And I looked at her and I was like, that was fucking perfect. Like it was just perfect. And I liked how they addressed like his death and the character's death right off the bat. And they did it like, no, we're addressing this. Like,
Yeah.
And then I feel like I made it so that like this, you could move forward. Like it wasn't like they just like, I don't know, tried to bullshit you. They were like, nah, like this is happening. This happened. It sucks. And the movie's going to deal with it. It's not going to be like the main thing, but it's going to be a part of what this movie's about. So,
That's kind of a complaint people have.
Yeah.
Not how they dealt with it, but like you said, it's not the main thing. A lot of people are like, there's too many themes that they're trying to tackle, and it was just kind of messy.
See, I haven't heard Mark Bernardin's take on it yet, but that sounds like something he would say.
Well,
yeah.
So when I say people, I meant, so Letterboxd is a movie app where you can rate movies and people can write reviews.
Okay.
A lot of film buffs use it. Okay. I usually don't read reviews just in general.
Yeah, that's your thing. You don't read reviews.
I just form my own. Yeah. I'll watch video essays about movies.
Yeah, but you don't. You're not a.
And that's after I watched the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, what these people, like this YouTuber I watched ranked it. And then I saw people that he liked rankings. So I read those and I was like, oh, these are film snob. Like people like if I met them, I'd be like, okay, this guy's annoying.
Yeah.
But I was just reading theirs, and that was some of the stuff they said, which I get their point. Like the main theme was mourning, like how to deal with loss.
Yeah.
But then it was like, power, like I guess like colonization.
Yeah, that's a part of it.
That was a part of it, and then like faith, dealing with faith. That's another part, and there's another one too. But it's like a lot of all those themes are in it, but it's like they're juggling it, and that's some serious themes, and they kind of wash over some, and you don't really get the full circle of others.
It's funny you say that because I'm thinking of Creed, and that was one of the things about Creed is that they said there were multiple like Adonis had multiple reasons for why he wanted to do what he did. So
maybe that's just one of themes.
But I guess you're right.
I'm talking themes of a movie, not a character motivation.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, well, maybe juggling multiple things is Coogler's thing. This is the point I was trying to get to.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe he likes to juggle multiple things.
He didn't like fully develop those things in this movie.
Some were more developed than others?
Yes. Like especially with because the main thing is like the vibranium thing and the other countries trying to get it, and like, well, we can't trust Wakanda. And it's like, well, how can we trust you?
Yeah.
And that like opened real strong in the beginning. Yeah. And kind of fell off.
Yeah.
Even though that was a main thing for Namor.
Yeah.
But kind of really didn't get that after the first, I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
30,
I get what you're saying.
Minutes. And then you had Shuri,
her issues were totally different.
Yeah, she had. I mean, every main character had like the mourning of Chadwick, but she also had that faith thing going on, like not believe, and that was kind of hinted. It wasn't like concrete enough. It was like certain stuff. I was like, oh, I guess she is dealing with that, but that she didn't really come to terms with that. It was just like moments. It was like, oh, does she not believe in that stuff?
I think she came full circle at the end. You know,
did she, or did she come full circle with mourning her brother?
No, I think when she had her moment with the spear in her stomach, and her mother, she heard her mother's voice and saw her mother. I think that was, a big part of her. Well, I think.
Oh, that's the other thing. Like, I guess. Who are you?
Yeah, who you are.
But that's not faith. Well, I mean, faith is like the ancestors.
Yeah, well, I think what happened was when she went to see the ancestors, and it was Killmonger.
Yeah.
Not the ancestors. It was Killmonger. Well, who is an ancestor? But you know what I'm saying. It wasn't who she expected. I think that had her questioning the little faith that she did have because she agreed to do the ritual.
Did.
You know what I mean? So now she's
when she woke up,
super conflicted.
She said it.
Yeah,
she was like,
and then she didn't see anybody. Everything. She wouldn't even say who she saw.
Yeah,
because
she never did.
Yeah,
I was surprised
because she was so like beside herself about it. So then I think then she saw her mother, and then at the end, I don't think her seeing T'Challa was. I think that was just her. That was her acceptance that he had passed. That wasn't the faith thing. That was a callback to what her mother had said.
Yeah, that's you kind of just proved what I was saying. I was saying like the faith thing wasn't.
I think the faith thing was when she saw her mother. Okay. I think the T'Challa thing was something different.
Yeah, that's what the T'Challa thing was the mourning thing.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. My bad.
I guess the faith thing would be. That.
But
the thing with the Killmonger thing
was Killmonger and then her mother.
Yeah,
that was faith.
But the faith thing, when Killmonger showed up and then she woke up, she's like, oh, I did everything, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, I guess this is going on. She does have a lack of faith. I forgot about it because like all that other stuff was going on.
Yeah.
You get they're juggling a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
They still did a good job.
I think so.
I can see where people.
Yeah. I can, but I don't know. Stuff like that doesn't. I don't know.
Stuff like that doesn't.
It doesn't get to me. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, it doesn't take a lot for me to be like, oh, she doesn't have the same faith as her mother from the first conversation. You know, like, that's all I needed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, and then, you know, and even like, even like something as simple as, this has nothing to do with faith, but when Namor looked at her and said this could have been different.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, 100%. Like, because, do you know, their chemistry was palpable at one point. And I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah,
like, this is very interesting.
Everyone's like, Namor was feeling her.
Yeah, like, but Namor's also Namor, because he was feeling her, but he was still going to do what he had to do, because he looked her right in the face, was like, you know, you make a choice, and you got this much time. And when he came at her, it was like, I'm a killer. I don't want to, but I will, and without hesitation. You know, like I told your mother, and I told you, when that dude wanted to be charming Namor, he was charming Namor, but when he wanted to look like he was crazy, he looked crazy. He looked like Henzo Gracie. I was like, oh, I do look crazy right now, like, for real. So he pulled that off. So kudos to him. Kudos to the whole cast.
Yeah, that they
I want to see an M'Baku movie. Maybe not. He's probably like Stifler.
I think Wakanda's getting a show.
Is it? I'd watch that. You think M'Baku's like Stifler? Like he's perfect. The amount that they give you is perfect.
Well, I don't know, because a big praise, at least I have with this movie, Shuri was a side character, right?
Right.
They made her she was the main character of this, and they pulled it off. So if Coogler does it, I mean, maybe you know what I mean? Like, yeah, M'Baku's a side character. There could be too much of him.
Yeah,
but I don't know, because
we don't know.
Shuri,
Shuri was the same thing. Yeah, she was like comic relief. Yeah, and then they made her like because M'Baku was my dude with his carrot. Big as hell. That dude's 6'5".
He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's legit. Your mom's like, he's a big guy. I'm like, he ain't that big. Then I was like, oh no, he big. Like he's big. Where I'd be like, fuck.
Went to Harvard though.
Did he really?
Him and
Chad.
What's her face? No. She's 12 Years a Slave. What's her name?
Oh, Lupita.
They graduated together.
Hey, that's all I'm saying. Hi, Lupita. Good to see you. That's all I'm saying. Those her dreads were really working for her. That's all. Yeah, that's all.
You didn't hear, but they graduated together.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
I heard you. Yeah. I didn't know she went to Harvard.
Pretty sure they did.
So, yeah. He what was I going to say? Wait, I'm a fan of M'Baku. I'm a fan of Nakia. I love that name. Like in like real, I love that name. Like Nakia, beautiful name. But yeah, love the movie. Probably gonna get my money again.
And, I really liked it. I want to see it again, but it was long.
You felt it? Where'd you feel it? I felt it in Atlantis. Well, not Atlantis.
I felt it when they got kidnapped.
Yeah, I felt it.
I was like,
it was a shift.
And I was like, man, how much is left?
Like when
I literally thought, how much is left?
When she agreed to go with him, I was like, oh. Because then I was like, this is going to take a minute.
Yeah.
Like I thought, my first thought was like, this is going to take a minute to get her back. Mm-hmm. You know, because we knew a flood was coming. Like we see in the trailer. So I was like, oh.
So she's going.
I was like, she's going on. Yeah, this is going to be another half hour before like. And then when it occurred to me, I'm like, man, this is a Black Panther-less movie. Like I was like, we didn't get the Black Panther till when?
I think that was a complaint.
It was like Iron Man 3. Like there was no Iron Man.
People are like, it depends, I guess, what type of person you are. Because there's a lot of talking in this. Yeah. And acting's great.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of action. When there is action, it's great.
It's great. But like, what do I say? It's a movie that has some Marvel stuff sprinkled in it. Like it was a movie. Like that's why I was talking to your Uncle Chet. And I
Did
said,
you see it?
No, he's taking Cairo on Sunday, and Cairo's 4. And I was like, all right. And then I said, well, then I told him the story. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna digress for a minute. How I know a movie is a hit, for sure. This is just like whatever, roll your eyes. But if I'm at a movie and there's a little kid there, and they say something crazy, like just some little kid stuff about the movie, I all right. So here's what happened. I'm sitting there with my wife, and his father and his young son walked by once to go sit down. And I'm like, man, that's a little kid. And then 5 minutes later, they walk back out because he had to go to the bathroom. And then 5 minutes later, they walk back in, and your mom's like, man, people bringing little kids to this one? I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know either. So we're watching the movie, and sure enough, about hour later, here go the father and son walking back by again. I'm like, man, that little boy is doing little boy stuff. I had to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So here they come walking back in, and I hear the dad say, man, I was fast. He's like, you were fast. And the little boy said, I told you I was fast like Black Panther. And I was like, oh, hell, this movie's going to be a hit. Because, like, little kids,
Mm-hmm.
like, they get it. So when your uncle told me he was taking Cairo, my first thought was like, man, I don't know. And he even said,
it's a long one.
He said, as long as there's Black Panther, and he'll be happy. And I was like, well, damn, he ain't going to go see Black Panther for fucking hour and a half.
Wait, it's not till the third. No,
Yeah.
it's 2 hours.
Yeah, so I was like, damn.
Movie's
But
2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah. But then I thought about that little kid, and I was like, well, maybe it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be all right. So, because, man, if you're waiting for Black Panther, you're waiting. But
I mean, there's fights.
Yeah, I mean, there's action, and there's a lot of
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Iron Lad. Ironheart.
You hear the dude, he's like, she got an Iron Man suit. And when I heard that, though, you know what I thought? I felt like that was something they added in post. I felt like there was, like, nothing happening right there. And they were like, we need to, like, have somebody say something.
So much is.
So I was like,
ADR.
He said, she got Iron Man
That
suit.
definitely was added.
Yeah.
They had so much stuff in that.
I was like, what? But I like Riri. I did.
I liked her too.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to do so much for this movie. Introduce Ironheart.
Mm-hmm. That's
introduce
Riri.
Namor.
Mm-hmm.
And deal with
Chadwick's
passing.
Yeah. I mean, it could have fallen apart in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, for real. Like, it could have just been like,
I mean,
it shit the bed.
That's why.
Yeah.
Like, you can I don't know how you can dislike the movie because it was a pretty good movie. But just kudos to the team.
Yeah, for real. They did it.
They didn't have to do it.
They did the damn thing.
But they did it.
Yeah. And it's funny because I just watched that interview with Coog before I came down here. And watching Ryan Coogler talk is like, I'm like, this dude's like a genius filmmaker at this point. And it's like talking to me and you. Like, he was like, I mean, you Namor, he's sexy. He'll take your woman. He be like, he hollers at people's wives. That's what he said. And that's how he said it. And I was like, this dude is really from like South Central Los Angeles. Yeah. And he's like, went to college on a football scholarship and found out that he was like creative. Mm-hmm. And now he's like one of the best filmmakers out there right now. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, it just shows you, people, don't judge a book by its cover, and you never know.
Give people a chance.
Like your sister with her big brain finding out she's a good writer. It's like, I'm like, oh boy, what you gonna do now? But you never know.
Oh man,
you
I had a dream actually.
Yeah.
This was a couple weeks ago. I had a dream that she switched her major. To something in the arts.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I was the one that was like, why are you doing that?
You were?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I was like, what are you doing? I was like, do you know what you're doing right now? I mean, like, you got to think about this.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, both of you lean towards creative things, man. So I wouldn't be surprised. But you're both highly intelligent, so you just have a really crazy combination of like creativity, but you can also like tell me the square root of pi, and I'm like, how? I don't understand how that's possible, but
not anymore. I can't.
Not anymore. But I mean, but you understand. Math. Academically, you were strong, So it was like, I mean, you graduated with 4.12 or something like that.
4.0.
Oh, is that okay? But okay, but so you really said 4.0 like
college. I graduated.
No, I'm talking about high school.
I was like 4.2.
4.2. Yeah, you graduated college with a 4.0. So I mean, I don't think you can get higher than that in college.
No, you can't.
There's nothing weighted in college. It's summa cum laude. You're so funny. I'm sorry. You're just sitting there right now, just like so blah. And I'm just like, okay. 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 I remember you were debating about if you should get a tassel or not. I'm like, yeah, get a tassel.
I wasn't debating that.
You weren't?
No.
Okay.
I was.
Okay. Yeah. Well, anyways.
They gave me a tassel.
They gave you a tassel?
Yeah.
Well, we're supposed to be a sash?
No, it was a
Really?
tassel.
All right.
Yes.
Well, my bad. Maybe I remember it wrong. Sorry. All I'm saying is you and your sister both are intelligent, but you're both very creative. So if she would have changed her major now to something.
Well, the big thing I was like, is this a phase?
Oh well, yeah.
I
There's
was
that
like- I
with
was
your
like,
sister. There's
yeah.
definitely that, but that's always been the thing with you two. Always.
I know.
I've said it since you were little. Marshall used to laugh at me. What would I say? Never mind. You know what I said, but it's the truth. Anyways, speaking of Marshall, there was something I wanted to tell you about Marshall. I can't remember now. It'll come to me. So we did Wakanda Forever. Great movie. I give it a B plus.
A B plus.
Yeah.
That's
I give it a
good.
B plus.
Yeah.
Because there are points where like I think some people will feel the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But
I think about it more. I'm giving it like a 7.8
that's solid.
out of 10.
Yeah, that's solid.
For me, that's solid.
I mean, you know, I'm an emotional person. I cried 3 times.
Oh no, it's an emotional movie.
Yeah, it is.
I don't.
It
blame
is.
you.
I mean,
Especially that last scene.
yeah,
That's when I was like,
Yeah.
man.
yeah. They knew how to hit them
Jeez.
beats, boy.
Coogler and his flashbacks. He does that a
Yeah.
lot.
He gets.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah. That flash, that little.
And I love that.
Yeah, he knows when to do it. He knows when to just
I love
grab
it.
your arm. Like, oh.
I love it. He does
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
feel like
he
every
did it in
movie
Creed.
he's done.
He did it in Creed. Mm-hmm.
Maybe not Black Panther, the first one.
Nah, well,
Maybe. I gotta watch it again.
yeah.
But he did in Creed. I think he did in Fruitvale Station.
I've never seen Fruitvale Station. You know that. You.
I gotta watch that. I was too young watching it to appreciate it.
Yeah, you were young watching that. You own that, don't you? I thought you owned it. No. But yeah. So yeah, people, Wakanda forever. You know, even though you heard my theory on browns and blacks killing each other. I told you
Wait,
that.
what'd you say? Because I said something.
I said, you know, it's crazy how in all these movies they're always killing
Okay.
robots and zombies, and you know they make a point not to kill any people.
Mhm.
But in this movie, it's
They're
filled with
murking
browns
everyone.
and blacks. Everybody just killing everybody. So I was like, huh, that's different.
And that's when I said it was a metaphor.
Oh, well, what's it a
Metaphor.
metaphor for?
Gang relations.
Oh.
Kugler knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing.
I'm exaggerating, but I do think they had a.
There was a reason.
I think.
Yeah. Could see it. Yeah.
And some people like the fact with Namor stuff. Obviously, it's fiction, but it was
Mhm.
like, oh, look at what the culture was without.
Yeah. Just like
Getting-
Wakanda.
Yeah, just like just like Wakanda.
The lack of colonization. And,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What
Even
could've
though
been.
they were more affected by it than Wakanda was, they had to flee. Whereas
Yeah.
Wakanda just hid
Mm-hmm.
and lied.
Yeah.
They just did it with deception, whereas
Yeah.
you know, Nemor's people had to flee. Yeah, and the fact that he kept his wings. Look, my main man Matt Sergi, he saw the trailer and he was like, the fucking wings, and I love Namor's wings. I mean, it doesn't make a lick of sense that man
It
has.
does, yeah.
He has wings on his
Like,
ankles
why'd
and
they
he
add-
flies. But the fact that they did it, I was like, yes. And then it worked.
Mhm.
Like when she ripped his wings off, I was like, oh hell yeah, she got him.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that dude's like a legit land, sea, and air threat. And I
Yeah.
told you, he's Hulk strong. And he was like
Got
running on the
everywhere.
air. Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
yeah, it was
They
dope.
look cool. I was
Yeah.
like, this guy is.
Yeah, he's
Strong.
legit. Yeah, he was like, he's Hulk strong. Like M'Baku was like, he's strong as the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, what we gonna do? And nothing can beat Namor in the water. Nothing. Like that's his thing. Like in the
Yeah.
water, that's it. So like, yeah, he was a force. Like before they showed him. When he pulled that helicopter out of the
Yeah.
sky, I was like, yeah, it's no easy feat right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I thought they had shot something and grabbed him. Then I was like, oh, no,
That's
it's
what
him.
I thought. I thought it was like a harpoon.
Yeah, because Namora was walking with the
Yeah.
harpoon. But then I was like, nope, it's him. And then you saw like kind of like a dark silhouette. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's badass. So, yeah, that movie was, yeah.
Go
Wakanda
see it.
Forever. Yeah, go
If
see
you
it,
haven't
people.
already.
And it already made more money than Black Adam. Bah!
I know. In a weekend.
In a weekend. It was like, hold my drink. Black
Yeah.
what? Yeah, Black Panther, bitches. So, you know. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's it, really. I mean, I mean, I waited a very long time for that movie.
Everyone did.
Yeah, and it didn't disappoint. Like,
Didn't.
yeah. Now, what was your mom?
Want to talk about Atlanta?
Yeah. Did you watch the finale?
I did.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it. It was it's sad that it's over.
It is. Like, it is.
Yeah. Like I watched it. I was like, man, this was just like another episode.
Yeah, but yeah,
It did, but it
yeah.
didn't until like the last scene.
That scene though, right?
Yeah.
I was like, they really did the whole "was it all a dream" thing.
Mm-hmm, they did,
but made it okay. Like Darius's face was like, and how Darius heavy was that episode?
I was
like
that too. I was like,
this
for
is
the finale.
Yeah, it's very Darius centric. Yeah, I was
you
like
got backstory.
Yeah, like it was. I was just like, whoa.
I was like, why are they giving this to us
now? Yeah, and the whole thick jug Judy.
I know.
I don't know, bud. You know me and my phone. Damn it. Sorry, people.
Every episode.
Yeah, I was trying. Oh, damn it.
Just exit out.
I was trying to find a headline. Okay, and I hit the wrong button, people, because I have fat fingers. But yeah, Darius. Yeah, man.
I knew they were not gonna show.
Yeah.
I knew, like, as soon as I saw him watching.
But did you hear the
TV.
police sirens in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty dope.
But is that real?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you heard the police sirens, but then Judge Judy came on. You have to watch the episode, people. But
well, no, the police sirens could still be the dream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, it made it even more ambiguous. Because if you hear the police sirens, but there's no Judge Judy, you assume he's awake. I assume he's awake. But then you see Judge Judy, you're like, oh shit, this might be a dream. And then, he smiles. And you're like, is he smiling because it's a dream? Or is he smiling because it's real?
Yeah.
Because if it's a dream, it's all a dream. Like, that was fucking dope.
Yeah. Because people are like, he said he goes there once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Every episode, a new episode every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. They were like, where'd you get this Maserati from?
Yeah.
And
he was like, quick, hurry up.
I'm getting my pink Maserati. I was like,
and
what?
And that's when I was like, don't tell me this is a dream.
Yeah.
And then they had the them driving and the music.
And they had the Popeyes. They were like, yes.
I'm like, don't tell me this is a dream.
Yeah.
But even that speech before they escaped with the sushi restaurant.
Oh, I know.
I was like, man, Atlanta.
But you figure, that ties right into the surreal quality of it.
It does.
That's
what people are like, maybe it is all a dream because all the crazy stuff we see in Atlanta.
I mean, since season 1, if you really think about it. Remember the invisible car?
Yeah.
At the club? And it was Darius. And it's always connected to Darius, really. Not always, but a lot of times, though. Now I think about it.
No, he's not.
The invisible car was Darius?
Okay, but every episode, he's
Michael,
not involved.
He's not. The Michael Jackson dude was Darius. All right, yeah,
okay.
He's not involved in everyone. He's not.
He's not.
Well, he's not. But I'm just saying, he definitely is the most. Like that episode, I was like, what does Darius do?
Besides I was thinking that too. Like, how is he just making a living?
He's just there, like, and he's actually friends with Aaron now, And what's Paperboy's name?
Al,
yeah. Al and him were friends. That's how they met. But him and Aaron met. But yeah, it was good. I was happy with it. I was real happy with it.
There's something I had to say with it. Finale, if it was, I forget.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy with it too.
So Atlanta people, if you haven't watched it, it's worth watching.
One of the greatest shows ever.
And we
talked about it before. Like, not everyone will appreciate it.
Yeah, they'll be like
the sushi restaurant.
Right, 100%. Maybe that's what he was saying.
I think it was. I read
yeah.
I did read an article about the finale, and it was like saying a lot of the speech kind of resonates with the show.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Well, I mean, did you ever see the interview when Charlamagne the God said something about Childish Gambino being a white rapper?
Was this 8 years ago?
Or when he was nominated, he was like, "There's 3 white rappers nominated." He was like,
that was like 8 years.
Yeah,
yeah. When he first started, that was. I remember they said it in Dope. That's when
did they really?
Yeah, Dope. They're like, yeah, the main kid. He's like doing the voiceover, and he's like, he said something about Gambino being a white rapper, but that was the thing. I remember people saying he was a white rapper. I was like, but he's good.
Yeah.
And
but he wasn't rapping about.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, he ended up being more in touch with the culture than a lot of people.
Being in touch with the culture, but does the culture appreciate what he's doing?
I don't know. I know Jamie Foxx did. Remember when This Is America came out? This Is America, and there was an award show right when it came out. And Jamie Foxx was hosting, and he pulled him up on stage, and Donald Glover was in his pajamas, literally. You know how he rolls. Mm-hmm. He was in his pajamas, and he was just Jamie Foxx being Jamie Foxx, and Gambino's like, okay. But I was just like, yeah, this dude's just like, this just doing his thing. His commentary on just like a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, you ever watch like a breakdown of that video?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
The
much
Uncle Ruckus
going
pose.
on.
That's the only part I remember.
There's so much going on.
Yeah.
The pose, his outfit.
Yeah.
He lights the match, and it was like 17 seconds for the. It was or 7. The pause was for the victims of Parkland.
Really?
Yeah, it was like stuff like that. There's so much going on.
Wow.
Like, so much that you can't break it all
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a highly creative dude, and I'm excited to see what comes next.
Yeah.
But yeah. What was
Top
that?
10 shows of all time.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
It's different.
Yeah, but it's like you said, like we've said, it's not for everybody.
It's not.
Sadly, me and you could watch it over and over.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's smart.
Yeah,
it's funny. I don't know. It's
the only thing I've ever like saw coming in that show literally was the frying pan. In 4 seasons, the only thing I knew was coming was the frying pan.
Frying pan.
That's like it.
Him.
That was Chekhov's gun
predicted,
from
like,
last
him
week. Was the frying pan.
Him looking at the TV, I predicted that. Like, it's
yeah?
gonna end. I was like, it's gonna end and not just show his reaction.
Oh, that was great, though.
Meanwhile,
your mom was like, Judge Judy is thick. And I was like, what? She's bottom heavy. She's bottom heavy. And I was like, is she, babe?
No,
is she?
it's the it was a meme.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's why they did it.
Oh, I didn't know
It was
that.
a meme.
Okay. I didn't know that. So, yeah.
They do a couple stuff like that.
That's funny. So, that's it. It's like, it's crazy because, like, my shows are ending. I'm trying to pick up other shows and I can't do it. I still haven't started Andor.
Me neither.
I told you I watched those Tales of the Jedi.
I have to do that too.
Yeah, those were dope.
Mm-hmm.
Those were dope. I was like, what the hell? But I haven't been.
You have to show someone the Goofy episode of Atlanta.
Yeah,
just show them.
Right. Yeah.
Cause I was telling, I was like, Mom.
You told her it was real?
With me.
You told her it was real?
She didn't watch it with me, but I told her, I was like, if I put this on, you would have thought it was a real documentary.
Yeah, you think it was real.
So like, you should tell someone, oh, check out this documentary.
This documentary about Goofy, about the guy who was CEO for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Because his name was spelled the same as Will's.
That episode was so good.
Yeah, that episode was great. Because the Goofy movie is actually a black movie, people.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know.
Every episode of Atlanta, I just thought, how did they come up with this idea?
Yeah. Even when they had Amigos on there, when Amigos first got big.
Yeah.
When he won his Golden Globe, he said, "The Amigos Bad and Bougie. This is the greatest song ever made."
He did say that.
I was like, what?
He did say
I was like, did he just say Bad and Bougie is the greatest song ever made?
It's a Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
Grammy winning. Golden Globe winning.
Yeah. I was like, did he just say that? But yeah, he did. So yeah. But yeah. Yeah.
Grammy nominations came out.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Jermaine Cole, nothing.
I don't
Kendrick
think.
Lamar.
He might have got best rap performance or something for some type of.
I'm still,
something.
I still go back and forth with him and Kendrick. I do. They're still my favorites.
J. Cole can spit, but I'm not in the mood to listen to his stuff.
You've always said that.
And that's a lot of people.
Okay, well, they're entitled to their opinion. I'm saying I go back and forth because, like, Kendrick's last album was dope, but it's literally like I need to keep getting triggered. Like yesterday when I saw the video dropped for what was it?
Rich Spirit.
And I was like, ooh. And then I was like, oh fuck, this song is dope.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's
yeah, that is a lot of Kendrick songs.
Yeah, like I forgot.
But he layers so much.
He does. But I'm saying, but it's like weird anymore where it's like I hear it, it's dope, and then I forget about it. Then something reminds me. I'm like, oh shit, let me put this on my playlist. Because that's immediately what I did. I'm like, yeah, I'm putting this on my run playlist. Whereas like Jermaine Cole, his shit'll drop, and I text people like as I'm listening to it for the first time. I'm texting them like quotes. I am.
He's good. He has good bars, but I am not.
He said,
especially recently, I haven't.
No. Well,
not in the past.
No,
3 years.
the one that I was just was the one where the album cover is just his back, the white
Yeah.
shirt, like he has a song about
For
Kanye
Your
and stuff.
Eyes Only.
Yeah, I like it, but I couldn't listen to it. Like when it comes up randomly when
That's
I'm
what
listening
it
to music,
started.
I like it, but it wasn't. But
That's when it started.
off season,
Off season's good for working out.
yes.
I get.
But-
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, Kendrick's newest one. Yeah, there are songs on there where I'll put my fist through a wall. I told you that one. I'm like, that's a relationships. That's the truth. Like, you know. So it's hard to say. But compared to everybody else that's out there, I mean, they're the only cats out there talking about something, in my opinion. But I'm also 47.
Oh yeah, you gotta listen to Denzel Curry's new album.
See, like
that
I
was
have
snubbed.
no idea who that is. No
He's
idea.
been around for a minute,
See,
but he's not that popular, so you don't.
Yeah.
He's popular, but he's not that.
But it's the thing, you know, and I don't know if anybody else out there feels the same way, but
Maybe
I've
at
told
Stage
you,
AE.
like you're the if it's new, if you or your sister didn't expose it to me, I don't expose me to it. I don't know it.
Well, there's
Like,
so much music
yeah.
nowadays.
well, and I'm not sifting through it. Like, there's so much trash. Like when I was a kid, like a teenager, there was trash music, but I was a teenager, so it just like I had the attention span of a goldfish.
But
You know,
music's more accessible now.
well, I
So
would
there's a
just
lot
I don't,
more.
but I don't want to sift through it. Just tell me
I
what's
know.
good. Like I'm literally
I
like looking at
know,
you
I'm
like.
just-
I went to the barber shop and was like, "Hey, man, this beard is yours. Just do what you want with it." Like that's how I feel with music. Like just tell me what's good, but I'll
Yeah.
take your word for it. I trust your opinion. Your sister sent me a playlist the other day, and I was like, "This is good."
Really, she
She sent it to me saying that I think you'll like it. This is the type of music you play, and I was like, and it was one of her friends, and it was called Sunday Morning. Which I was like, that's a good name for a playlist.
like
And,
the Maroon 5
Okay.
song.
Oh, that's the Maroon 5 song, Sunday Morning.
It's on their first album.
Really?
You know it. You know.
All right.
I'll
But
play it right now.
but as I'm listening to the songs, I'm texting Deja like, how does she know this song? Your mom was like, you know, you just hear songs. I'm like, but babe, like these songs are like, I know they're not getting rotation. Like I'm like, this is like you're playing old Dave Matthews songs for me and stuff. Like,
oh really?
and Jack Jones when Jack, oh yeah, that's a good song. That is a good song. But when she played,
does listen to Jack
when
Johnson.
Jack-
Last time she was
Hey.
here, she played. I was like,
buddy, I didn't know that.
I
So
didn't know that
I
either.
texted her and I was like, Jack Johnson for real? And she's like, Dad, I listen to Jack Johnson. I was like, since when? And she
That
was like,
was
since like
recent.
last year. And I was
that was
like,
no,
I was
no
like, what?
way.
I'm like, what? I'm like, I was 32 years old when I found out about Jack Johnson. How you gonna know about Jack Johnson? But hey, kudos. You know, I'm glad she likes good music. You know,
She likes certain good music.
That's true.
Because other stuff I was playing, I was like, this is a good song.
This is a good
what
song.
Are you talking?
hey, the one song that came on though, you're not gonna care, but you know how I am. Like I can like go by like the first beat, and if I know it, and it was like, and I was like, this isn't she lovely by Stevie Wonder? How is that fucking possible?
Wow, yeah.
And it just like made me feel good because it's such a good song. You know, he wrote about his daughter and. You know, isn't she? I was like, yeah. I said,
Yeah, you can't be mad
you
listening
can't be
to
mad.
that.
Yeah. I said, that's the type of song you dance with your daughter to at her wedding. And your mom was like, you think she'll let you dance with her? I said, not to this. I said, it's gonna be Billy Ray Cyrus and Miley Cyrus. Butterfly, fly away.
I forgot
I'm
about
telling
that
I'm
song.
telling you,
And you'll be bald.
I'll be.
Oh my god, you'll be bald.
I'll be a mess. You'll be like, oh, my dad ain't gonna make it.
He's not gonna finish
Get
the song.
him the IV with the slow drip. He's dehydrating, folks. He's cramping up.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll be a mess. Me mugging some dude that looks like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. Yeah, $1.20.
I'll be like, look at this dude. Like, I'm gonna go get my grandson to push him over. Wait, tell your son to go punch him in the chest. He'll be like 6. Boom. Anyways. Oh man. Yeah. So anyways. Yeah, so it was a good playlist.
Check out the album by Denzel Curry, Dad.
Denzel Curry.
It's called Melt My Eyes, See Your Future.
Wow, that's nice.
He's kind of like J. Cole.
I like that.
That's right. He's kind of like J. Cole.
Yeah. I'll check him out.
And then listen to Walkin' first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nas Escobar dropped a new album this week called King's Disease 3, and my homie Chad loves it. So in the process of me,
Like the old heads do.
hey, 21 Savage will get knocked out right now talking about Nas ain't relevant. He said Nas isn't relevant. He just has a little fan base. Like, that's relevancy, dummy.
No,
like,
no,
yeah,
it's
yes,
not.
that is relevancy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
if you have a small fan base that
No,
cares,
that's not what he said. Loyal fan base. Go ahead. Go ahead.
relevant is not this. You can have a loyal fan base and not be relevant in the like.
In the
who
what?
knew-
In the culture?
Who
Nas
knew,
isn't relevant in the culture. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Who knew that Nas came out with a new album? I did not. Who cared that Nas came out with a new album?
What?
I did not.
What? Half the people you tell me about, I don't know about till you tell me.
Okay.
So I'm saying,
Like
it cuts both
that last
ways.
person, I don't. That's not. That's the same thing. Like,
Listen,
you know what I mean?
I want you to name rappers right now, and I'll tell you how I know about them. It's either gonna be like I'll tell you all the rappers I know about because of me: Jermaine Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Big Sean.
Okay. And
Wale.
you're listening to. You
Yeah.
just listed the biggest rappers of the
But
game.
I'm just saying they're the best
Yeah.
lyricists out there right now.
And they're the
But
biggest
guys like
names of the game.
21 Savage, you, Baby Keem, you, like all
Okay.
like it's like I guess it's a demographic thing or an age thing.
It is an age thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a certain genre of rap that I only know about because of you. So
Okay.
those guys are irrelevant to me. Whereas
mainstream
Nas
culture, though.
is relevant. Well, what is the mainstream culture?
What sells?
Oh, then what sells?
21 Savage right now.
Well, DJ Khaled
Yeah. So
And-
he would be relevant.
and God did. That's Rick Ross, Jay-Z. Who else was on there? Lil Wayne. Sounds like a bunch of guys from my era. Just got nominated for a Grammy. I'm just saying.
Well, who's on the Grammy board?
Oh, it's the old heads. 'Cause they like good music.
They'll nominate anything Jay-Z's on. He has the most. You know, him and Beyonce are tied for the most nominations ever.
That's
with 88.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting, actually.
Jay-Z gets nominated for anything. Same with Beyonce.
Look,
Same with.
I posted this question on Facebook back when I had a Facebook. Rihanna or Beyonce? Because I hold it up there like Batman and Superman. Or like Jif and whatever other peanut butter. Like, it's like...
Oh yeah.
And around here, I'm a Rihanna dude.
Yeah.
Always have been, always will be. Because Beyonce makes a bunch of like forgettable
listen to
songs
her that
and
much.
acts like you should remember them. Beyonce's always trying to tell you something she's doing is good instead of it just fucking being good. Like, oh, hold on, everybody.
This is an event.
This is, yeah, like, well, no. How about you do it, then I tell everybody how dope
Yeah.
it was. Not you tell me it's dope, and then I watch it, it's mid. Ooh, see how I did that, folks?
That was good. That's how you. That's how you
do
apply
it.
it.
Yeah,
People would be very angry if you sang Beyonce's.
Hey,
mid.
I'll say it. Fuck the Beehive. Seriously. I bet you Tay-Tay puts on a better show than her. Meanwhile,
Beyonce would put on a good show though. Good concert. I
See-
know Taylor Swift's great at concerts, but Beyonce would put on a good concert.
she ain't gonna wiggle down to nothing and be up in the sky spinning around, because that's what happened. I was like, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. I'll never forget that till the day I
Yeah.
die. I walked in there like, I know 3 Taylor Swift songs. They're all right. And I left like, that was top 5 best shows I've ever seen. I was like, just on that, I was like, that was an amazing show. You know? Now, Kendrick, that show...
Oh, that was my favorite show. But I've never been to a Taylor Swift concert.
No, Kendrick. That's the thing, because what Kendrick did was literally the opposite of what Taylor did, but the energy at that concert was bananas. I turned around one time to look at the lawn and was like, wow.
That was insane.
There is no room to move, and it's a torrential downpour, and nobody left. We stood there and got soaked.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the baddest man on the planet for like an hour and a half. I was like, wow. And the next...
That was a good concert because it was his best hits.
Yeah. And when you talk about day oneers, your Aunt Chelsea is a day oneer with Kendrick. Like, she's a day one fan. When he was like, where are my day oneers at? And he did, I forget what song it was, and she knew every word and was screaming at the top of her lungs. I was like, holy smoke. And then there's your mother. And you know your mom's secret power.
Yeah.
To those of you who don't know, it doesn't matter who it is. My wife, if she's at their concert, she will be their biggest fan. She may not know any words to any of the songs, but you would never know it because she just screams and has a good time. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Like, I can't do that, you know. But your mom, boy, she just gives into it. She was like, he can see me, babe. He can see me. I was like, yeah,
my
babe, he
God.
can see you. We were in like, I don't know, the 28th row or something
Yeah.
crazy. He probably did see her. But yeah, it was a really good show. And you were out there living your best in the lawn with your friends. This is the only concert I ever went to you were at. That's funny when I think about it. We were in the same venue acting up. But yeah. Yeah.
I haven't been to a lot of concerts.
You go to a lot of
honest.
shows though. You Stage AE.
I've only been to 2.
Really? You went to Baby
Yeah.
Keem.
Yeah, I went to Don Tolliver, which you don't know who that is.
Nope.
You know a song of his if I played it.
You put me on a Bryson Teller. And
I
he's
did.
good. He's good.
He is.
He's real good. Like he spits. Like he has lyrics.
He's very toxic. People.
Oh, really?
But you ever listen to his lyrics?
I don't know. He said Bobby Boucher, baby.
That's
all.
wait. I meant Brent Fayez. I'm sorry.
Brent Fayez, yeah.
Brent Fayez.
You did put me on a Brent Fayez too.
He's good,
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
His hooks are great. That's
Mhm.
that's why I like him. You could say whatever on a hook, but
Yeah.
it sounds good.
Brent Fayez.
He's toxic. That's why.
Really?
Yeah, his last album was ridiculous. Like the skits, it was his girl, she was pregnant and like he was like leaving her all the time to do whatever. It's like I'm like listening, I was like, what are these skits? He's just feeding into like what he's known for.
Well, speaking of toxic, Dave Chappelle just hosted Saturday Night Live, and yeah, he's still my guy. Still my guy. Still speaks truth, and people still just like listen to what they want to listen to and then say stuff.
That's
just
the media.
It's so crazy. Like I actually like Dave Chappelle was like something Adidas founded by a Nazi. So you know what I did? I looked it up and was like, wow, Adidas was founded by a Nazi, because that's kind of how I do.
Joe Rogan would be like, Adidas founded by a group of Nazis that did this and this and that, and like, wait, what?
Yeah. So I just
Half of it would be true.
I feel like it used to be this thing when I was in my early 20s running around with the homies, and stuff would come back to us, and every once in a while we'd have somebody be like, well, I heard this, and I'm like, well, did you hear or do you know? Because I'm right here, so just ask me. Like that's how I got down, you know. And it would be like, you know, you told somebody asked me, I'll tell you the truth, you know. But it's feel and I was big on that, so I feel like people hear things but never like vet who they're hearing it from or like get the rest of the story. They just like, you know, they get the soundbite, not even a soundbite, just somebody who heard the soundbite tells them, and they just take it as fact and they form an opinion. I'm like, come on, people, like just come on, like before you make an opinion, like get some information first. But nobody is, and that's why we're in the state that we're in. You know, Donald Trump announced that he's running for president.
I saw that.
I'm like, yo. He announced that he's literally like been indicted. I'm just like, can you even do that? Like, but he did.
You can.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is crazy. And when I checked, him announcing it had like 200 and some thousand likes on Instagram, and I'm like, okay,
He's back, baby.
here we go again.
back.
Yeah, you know, like
Here we go again.
here we go again.
From
One
San
more
Andreas.
So, so we'll see, you know. We'll see. I told Sergi, I said, you know who Donald Trump is? I said, his constituents, and, you know, if I offend anybody, you know, well, you know, I offended you. I was like, Donald Trump's like in the vampire movies. Like, he's the vampire, but his constituents are like the people that are like, I gotta let him suck my blood. He's gonna make me a vampire one of these days. Did he never? You know what I'm talking about? That's Donald Trump's supporters. They're just sitting there like, yeah, you know, he told me, like soon. Like, but he sucks your blood every day. But you know, my day's coming. One of these days, he's gonna get me. I'm gonna be just like him. No, you're not. Okay, no, you're not, people. All you people who think Donald Trump's talking to you, he's really not. He's talking to you, but yeah. Yeah. You're not a millionaire because... Never mind. I'm done. All right. Go ahead. What's up now?
Nothing. I had nothing.
Yeah. That's about it. I haven't been to the comic book store in a couple weeks, bud. That sucks. Oh! Well, I already know we got tickets. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Bi-weekly affair. Here we are. Oh.
Holidays are coming up.
Yeah. Holidays are. We're hosting a small... ish event.
We're hosting.
We're hosting. Yeah.
We're hosting a dinner.
Yeah, it's turning into a thing, but that's okay. I think Thanksgiving's
Underrated holiday.
It's one of my faves. I don't know.
Mine too.
The vibe is so.
It's very laid back.
Mm-hmm. You could take a nap.
Very good food.
Yeah.
Watch football and
Mm-hmm.
it's just like a lazy. It's a day to do nothing unless you. I mean, you cook early, but by the time you eat, you eat by 3.
Yeah, that's
and you're good
crazy.
for the rest of the day.
You're good for the rest of the day. Ain't that
That's how much
crazy?
you eat.
At 3 and you're like
good for the rest of the day.
You take a nap.
Yeah.
You watch TV.
People are at the house by like 7.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, but I always loved the part just observing all my family. I love that part. That's my favorite part. Christmas is cool.
I like Christmas. I like Christmas Eve a lot.
Yeah, it's very similar to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it is.
Except it's your mom's side.
Yeah.
And it's so rowdy. It's so rowdy. When you were all little.
I know.
People, you'll understand. There was a point where there were probably like 10 ants running around between it. It was just madness.
Yeah.
It was like the rule of my house is like you can go upstairs when you were what was it, 3?
I don't know.
I think at 3 I allow you to go upstairs unsupervised with the rest of the kids. Because then you could survive getting broke. Because you also go up there, man, and it was like every man for himself. You come downstairs, you better be bleeding. If a kid came down, they better be bleeding. Don't come down. Don't come down here crying. Like, you went up there. It's the Wild West up there. I hear boom, 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 boom. I was like, man, those kids are getting it.
This was with Grandma's townhouse. I loved it when I was there. Because it was bigger up there.
It was big, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you guys would be like, stop jumping, like, because we would be shaking the the lights.
And she shared a wall at that townhouse. She shared a wall with somebody, but
we weren't the loudest ones though.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Those were wild times. I loved it though. I did. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, man. And we go late. It'd be Christmas Eve, and people would be leaving here late.
Like, I'd be like, I'm trying to make cookies for Santa.
Yeah, but
like, you guys gotta go.
But you understand them years when yes, we're believers, man. And Chris would be here, Ace, and we'd be down here wrapping presents. It'd be like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
The one year he brought his buddy Luke. I always get it confused from the Marines. He brought him for our Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And he was like, "This is what we do every year, Luke." And he's like,
"I don't remember."
And he was like, when everybody leaves, Matt's going to wrap all his presents, and we're going to drink and bullshit. We drank so much that Luke and Chris passed out down here. All right, so imagine like 5 a.m. Christmas morning. I hear him leaving my house. I'm like, "What the?" I hear like, "Dum dum dum dum," and I was like, "What?" Then I was like, "Oh, they were asleep in the basement on Christmas."
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, on Christmas. I was like, man. I couldn't imagine if you'd have woke up
and see
like, dude, man.
I don't even know what I would say.
What did I just see? Was that? They should have been like, I saw Santa.
She would. Yeah. I saw Santa and his elf.
Yeah, it was. They were big. Yeah, no kidding. Dave.
She would say.
But yeah, we would sit down here, man, and wrap presents and drink and bullshit.
No wonder it took you forever to get up.
Oh yeah, but I just went to bed. Yeah, I remember I would work. I would take your presents to work and I'd wrap them, and Jerome would sign them for me, so you guys wouldn't catch on.
Yeah,
right, like from Santa. Yeah, I remember them days. Like,
I also remember it not having a signature, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that one's from Santa." If it doesn't, if it doesn't have a signature, if it doesn't say mom and dad, that's from Santa.
That's from Santa. Your mom will come at me with one of them cookies, man. Like, babe, babe, you gotta take a bite. I'd be like, babe, I don't want a bite.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta take a bite. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been drinking whiskey all night. Think I want drink some of the milk, some
stale cookies and some more milk.
I'm like, gosh. It's like the things
that must be tough not to finish the cookie though.
Well, no, I didn't even want it. You know me. If I want it, I want it. If I don't, I don't. So it'd be like, I don't want that.
Man, I could always eat some cookies.
Like, I told you, me growing up with your pap. I told you his version of Santa Claus.
You might have.
Your pap would tell me every year, Oh, you just missed him.
Oh yeah.
He was drunk again. I mean, like, well, I remember the first thing he was like, I was like, yeah. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, Matthew, we're Thomases. He hits everybody in alphabetical order. He's like, so we're low on the alphabet. And I'd be like, okay. And he's like, all the dads are waiting up, help him out. Offering him a drink. He don't take one. It's the whole thing. He's like, he don't take one from everybody, but he takes enough.
Yeah.
By the time he gets here, he's feeling pretty good. I'm like, Santa Claus comes to my house drunk. like,
He probably told people.
Oh, yeah. I had drunk with Jason. Like, his daddy said. I mean, it was like to the point. Was he drunk again, Dad? Was he drunk this year?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, you're Pat, man.
That's
I
funny.
mean, that's some uniquely like your Pap stuff. Like, who does that?
Mm-hmm.
Who tells you?
Who thinks about?
Instead of just being like, yeah, you just missed him.
Yeah.
He liked the cookies. Nah, he's like, yeah, he was drunk again. He was hit. Yeah. Like, what? And his logic made sense. I was like, yeah. I mean, billions of people. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of drinks. Oh, we just hit 8 billion people yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, yesterday.
8 billion.
8 billion. I think the planet's able to sustain like 1 billion. Yeah. So
how is that possible?
Well, and it's
where did you get that information?
Look, but look up how much what's the population that the Earth can actually sustain like healthily or whatever without it being like uphill battle. It's not 8 billion.
Look at us now.
Yeah, look at me now. Can you see me now? Yeah, but. Yeah, it's the holiday season. Yeah, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Yeah, I don't have nothing else. It's just nice, I'm about to go to bed.
Yeah.
How's that chamomile treating you?
Not bad. Yeah. I finished it a while ago.
Yep.
All right, folks.
Yeah.
If you're traveling, travel safe.
Yeah.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If you don't have anywhere to go, come on
through. And Sim, we promise next week.
Well, I always forget.
We ran out of time again,
yes,
but next week
episode.
we'll get to your question, Sim. We'll get to your question.
Yeah. Join us next time at Son and Pop's Culture.
Yeah, he's Son.
And he's Pop.
Got a kilo on the plate, send him on the freight.